Okay, so now let us study double pump hydraulic system or double pump hydraulic circuit. Before understanding the circuit, let us try to understand the application of double pump hydraulic circuit. Now let us assume that this double acting cylinder, it is mounted in vertical position, okay, and using this double acting cylinder, by using its extension, we want to achieve the punching operation. Now punching operation, you must have studied punching and blanking operation in manufacturing process. Now to understand punching operation, let us take simple example of punching machine. When we want to create holes on a paper which is being, if we want to attach some A4 size paper to some file, then what we do is we take a punching machine and we create two holes using that punching machine. So similar kind of operation of punching we want to achieve using this double acting cylinder, but try to understand that the punching operation which is being used here is heavy duty punching, because heavy duty workpiece material has to be punched. So the pressure which is required or the load which is required to punch the sheet metal workpiece must be, or it is very high. So it has to be achieved by hydraulic cylinder only. So now as I already said, assume that this hydraulic cylinder is mounted in vertical position. Now what we have to do is we have to achieve the punching operation using this hydraulic cylinder. So now assume that we have three positions: position A, position B and position C, and this position A to C or path A to C is the complete extension stroke. So assume that position A is the neutral position or work, we can say the neutral position of a punching tool. So from position B the workpiece starts. So workpiece, the we can say the height of workpiece is from B to C. So the punching tool will travel from its neutral position to the workpiece, that is from A to B freely, because the from A to B the punch tool has to travel without any pressure, or it has to only freely travel from A to B, because from point B we have to start punching operation. So as I already written here, A to B is the path which is a free travel of punch tool from its end position to workpiece. That means from A to B there is no machining. So speed of extension must be more, because we have to achieve the travel of extension of from A to B in much more speed, because we are not performing any machining activity from A to B. So for punch tool travel from A to B is very free travel, and it has to be achieved with more speed of extension. So obviously there will be no much load during travel from A to B, and thus the pressure will be less. So you try to understand that travel of this connecting rod from A to B will have less pressure and more speed. And from B to C, now from B to C, since B to C is the workpiece and you have to make punching of the workpiece from B to C, so punch tool starts punching from B and it has to pass through C. So thus from B to C the actual machining start, and because of load of this punching operation, the pressure which is being created in the system will be more than travel from A to B. So at this point of movement from B to C, obviously the speed of extension must be less and it should be precise, because we have to achieve the punching operation. And since the punching operation will create more load on the system, that load will create more pressure. So I hope you have understood that the extension has to be achieved in two, we can say two parts. First part is more speed with less pressure, and second part is less speed or precise speed with more pressure. So now we have to make such arrangement that we have to achieve extension in two parts with variable, we can say the characteristics of extension. So let us try to understand the arrangement which has been done to achieve this particular case. So now let us try to understand let us try to identify various components which are used in this particular circuit. Let us start from this hydraulic cylinder. So this is double acting hydraulic cylinder. with blanket and rod end. Then we have 4 by 3 direction control valve, which is operated by two hand levers, and neutral position will be achieved by these two springs, and its center is block center. Then we have one pressure relief valve here, simple pressure relief valve, which is normally closed and which is being operated by this pilot line, and it will be maintained by this spring. Then we have another kind of a pressure relief valve, but this pressure relief valve is integrated with one check valve, and in the previous slide we have studied that if the pressure relief valve is integrated with the check valve, and it is not the pressure relief valve, it is opened by some external line of pressure, not the input line, because this pressure relief valve which is being used here will be opened by the we can say the pressure line which is being connected over here, and this pilot will operate that pressure line. But if you see this particular valve, this is not connected in the, because for this particular valve pressure line is this one, okay. But now since this check valve is connected between this line, this junction will divide this pressure line into two parts. So this line will be considered as pressure line, but if you take one part from this and it will be connected to this unloading valve, then it will be considered as it is not pressure line, because this check valve will protect back pressure which is being generated in this line, and this pump will be protected. So that is why integration of this check valve and this pressure relief valve will create this arrangement as unloading valve, okay. Then we have two pumps, one is low flow pump and another one is high flow pump. Now try to understand that low flow pump will deliver higher pressure, or it will sustain higher pressure, and high flow pump will sustain less pressure, because it is giving more, it is delivering more liquid per unit time, so it has capacity to bear less pressure. On the other hand, low flow pump will sustain more pressure because it is giving less flow, and that will create a precise motion of the hydraulic cylinder. So basically there are two pumps, one is low flow pump and high flow pump. The high flow pump has to be unloaded during the high speed, during the high pressure extension, that is the second part, that is from B to C, and that is why this check valve is added here. Now let us try to understand the working of this circuit. Now since we are using two pumps, we will in the start we will use both the pumps. So I will start these two pumps at the same time. When I start these two pumps, liquid from tank will be delivered from this low flow pump to this line, and even the high flow pump will also deliver the liquid to this particular line. Now this high flow pump will also deliver liquid till this point, but since this valve is closed, the liquid will not be delivered to the tank unless and until the pilot line will send back pressure. So when we start these two pumps, liquid from this pump and this pump, both the pumps will come to this particular point. It will obviously go to the pilot line from this point also and this point also, but since the pressure in the pressure line is less, that is why these two pilots will not sense that pressure, and this two valve will be it will be kept closed. So liquid which is being delivered by these two pumps will be delivered to this point, and from this point when we operate this hand lever, this switching position will come into picture. So liquid from both the pumps at the same time will enter from port P to port A, and from port A to blanket port. So since the liquid from both the pumps which is being supplied to the blanket of cylinder, obviously speed will be more, because more amount of liquid is supplied from both the pumps. So that is why it will start extension from point A and it will reach to point B. Now when it will reach to point B with higher speed, because both the pumps are delivering liquid at the same time, so obviously extension speed from A to B will be more, and at this point the tool is just traveling from A to B, that is it has free travel, it is not working against any load. So obviously speed of extension from A to B will be more. There are two reasons, because both pumps they are delivering the liquid to the blanket of cylinder, and the second reason is there is no load when it is traveling for A to B. Now when it reaches to B, the actual punching operation has to be started. So at this point what happens is when the actual punching operation starts at point B, that creates the more pressure, because since it is punching the workpiece, the load on this connecting rod will increase, and if the load on connecting rod will increase, as we know that pressure is generated because of application of force per unit area. So when this punching operation starts, this connecting rod will experience more load, and because of load acting on this connecting rod, the pressure will be increased in the blank end side and thus in the pressure line. So now at this point of moment, what will happen? This higher pressure which is being started at point B because of punching operation, this higher pressure will be sensed by this particular pilot. Now you can say that why it is not being sensed by this pilot, because the pressure setting of pressure relief valve and unloading valve, if we compare, then the pressure setting of this pressure relief valve is kept so high that this unloading valve will get open first. So the meaning is the pressure setting of this unloading valve is less than this pressure relief valve, and that is why when punching operation starts, more pressure is being generated. It will be sensed by this unloading valve, and when it will be sensed by this unloading valve, this valve will get open. So what happens? This high flow pump will stop delivering liquid to pressure line, and what will happen, that since this line is open, this pump, high flow pump, will be unloaded through to tank using this unloading valve. So what happens, because when higher pressure is being created at point B, this line will not allow liquid to go to the pump because of this check valve, and that is why the liquid which is available at this portion with higher pressure will not allowed to leak back to the pump, and that is why this high flow pump is protected. Now you can ask me, what is the necessity of unloading this high flow pump when your punching operation starts at point B? Now as I already said, at B point the pressure which is being generated by system is more, and as we know that high flow pump will not bear more pressure because it is delivering high amount of liquid per unit time, and that is why we have to unload this pump. So that is why this arrangement has made. So at point B, when higher pressure is generated in the pressure line, it will be sensed by this unloading valve. This unloading valve will get open, and this high flow pump will be unloaded to the tank, and this check valve will not allow high pressure liquid to leak back from pressure line to the outlet of this high flow pump, and that is why this check valve is connected. Now since this punching operation has started and this high flow pump is unloaded to tank, now we have only one pump which is supplying the liquid for extension to travel from B to C. So as I already said, pressure has increased from point B and actual punching operation has started. We need precise extension or less speed of extension and more pressure. So this low flow pump will only supply liquid from point B to point C when the tool is traveling from B to C, when the actual punching has started. So this low flow pump will only supply liquid. So obviously this low flow pump liquid which is being supplied by low flow pump will be protected by this check valve. It will not allow to leak back to high flow pump. So thus it will only go to this particular valve, and then the precise motion from point B to C will be achieved. Now when the complete extension is complete, when we have completed extension from A to C, so when your this piston is on extreme right hand side, what will happen? The back pressure will be generated in this particular pressure line. Okay, so when this back pressure which is being generated in the pressure line at the end of extension, now the pressure relief valve open, because the pressure setting of pressure relief valve is kept so high, so that first unloading valve will open, and then at the end of extension this pressure relief valve open. So when we achieve extension stroke completely, at that point of moment this low